Dr. C. Victor Herbin III, and I'm taking it to the house.
And we're live. And I'm Dr. Timothy Hoover, and I'm taking it to the house. Man, I could start off by talking about how Baker Mayfield on your fantasy team walked me down and beat me. I could start there, but I'm not going to. If I sound bitter, it's because I am, but I'm not going to start there. I'm going to start with the end of the WNBA. Congratulations to the New York Liberty. After all these years, after all these stars, the first WNBA championship for the Liberty. What? What? I'm scratching my head. But we've had some fantastic basketball players and some fantastic champions over the years. Congratulations to the Liberty for really bringing the whole season, a fantastic WNBA season, to an end with the championship. Congratulations.
Well, hopefully that's the only New York championship we celebrate in the next couple of weeks. Because while New York Liberty handled their business, the Dodgers did take care of the New York Mets. And hopefully, prayerfully, we're going to call that into fruition that the Dodgers are going to take care of the New York Yankees. So, again, if this is the only championship the city of New York has to experience, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And we'll talk about the spring when the spring comes, but because now we're talking about Knicks and Lakers. But right now, it's the fall. And we talked about it last week. This is the best time for a sports fan. Everything's happening. Everything is on sale. Let's go.
Well, you talk Dodgers. Let's stay right there. Let's stay there with the Dodgers, man. Last week we were 1-1. Dodgers Mets. And we did not know while we were airing this show that our producer was a Mets fan. We did not know that. And he had the audacity. Our producer had the audacity to challenge us as a Mets fan. He gonna learn today. He gonna learn today. However, I got to give respect. And I said it last week. Man, you make it after a 162 game season and you get down to the final four. Props to you. Mad props to you. Did you gain my respect, New York Mets? Yes, you did. However, like we did with our baby brothers of the South, the Padres, we had to kindly just sweep you guys to the side, just let you go. Not a literal sweep, but just moving to the side so we can go to the dance. The dance being the World Series. The dance being the World Series, the Dodgers against the Yankees. Everybody wants it. I know I want it. I know you want it.
The thing I look at right here, so what I look at right now, what got me excited is that thank you, New York Mets. Again, thank you. Because I was seriously concerned about the Philadelphia Phillies. Straight up. All the pundits were talking about, oh, the Phillies are a better team than the Dodgers, all this blah, 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 blah. Look, we had our own homework, our own lunch being handed to us a little bit with baby brother in the South. But again, like I said last week, they are who we thought they were. But I was concerned about the Phillies. So I thank the Mets. If they got, a lightning in a bottle, whatever they call it, hit the hot streak, that's fine. Because we know historically the Dodgers since 2020, we get down to this championship series or division series and something happens. So I'm glad this year that something happened to the Phillies. So thank you, New York. Now, when you came to the West Coast, like you said, producer Steve, like, when is he going to find a coast to belong to? This man is a Celtics fan. Then he's a New York Mets fan. Then he's a San Francisco 49er fan. But the man lives in El Paso, Texas. So just talk to me. That's all I'm saying. But that's beyond the point. He can't talk right now. But I'm just saying, bro, the New York, this is going to be the World Series of the ages. They talked about this used to be one of the great matchups. 12. This would be the 12th meeting.
This what we
World
doing
Series.
today?
And 8-3.
This what we doing today?
The evil empire, the evil empire has so I ain't messing with the producer today. I don't know if y'all hear all that because he's already excited. They got a championship ring today. that the Celtics doing little stuff. I said I ain't trying to deal with that. That's later in the season. We ain't gonna talk about that. So as I said, this baseball game is gonna be great. World Series. I mean, you talking about Shohei. You talking about Freeman, Mookie. Then on the Yankees, you talking about Soto. You talk about Stanton, and then of course, all rise the judge. Talk about star power. This is going to be an incredible baseball game. It's going to be an incredible World Series. Uh, fan favorite. It's coast to coast. I mean, what else can you ask for?
What can you ask for? Now I'm going to ask for it all. You got me to the altar. Now I want the ring. I want the bling. I want you. I want the Dodgers to seal the deal. That's what I want the Dodgers to do. But going back to the National League Championship Series, I think they gave the MVP to the wrong person, man. They gave it to Tommy Edmonds. He did really well. They could have gave it to Ohtani. He did very well. To me, as a Dodger fan, I'm a Laker fan. As a Dodger fan, I would give the MVP, and I know they can't give it to the manager because Dave was doing things. I know it was based on analytics, but he put it together. He made it happen. I have never heard of bullpen starts to win a game, to finish a game, to pass a game two, where you just let that go. No, I think he was manifesting a plan. That's what I think he was doing because they don't have starting pitching. But what they do have is a bullpen pieced together that can be a starting pitching that is formidable. Man, I can't even count how many scoreless innings from the Padres we were able to string together to get to the Mets before the Mets actually scored and won in game two. But Dave Roberts, man, I know people wanted your heads, and I believe people would have been even louder wanting your head if you didn't make it past past the Mets to get to the World Series. But I got to give you major props to be able to know your team, know their strengths, and know their weaknesses. And to every coach wants to be able to put his team in a place to succeed, and you did just that. When you can interchange parts, when Rojas can get injured at short, you can put Edman from center field to short, and then you can put Kiki to third to wherever. Just plug and play. And then you can put Turner at second base. Muncy from third to first because we got an injured a third baseman, bad ankle, Freeman. There we go. So Dave Roberts, MVP.
I agree with you totally. Well, people just look at the stats. Dave Roberts is the winningest coach. We love Tommy, but Dave Roberts is the winningest manager in baseball history, in Dodger baseball history. Like this, leave the man alone.
Fun
To
fact.
get to championship games, to get to division series. Do you know how great of a team you have to go to lose 7 championship series? And, everybody dogs out the Buffalo Bills. You know how great of a team you have to be to go to 4 Super Bowls? So leave Dave alone. Again, in what he's been able to do consistently over the last few years. You got a workhorse called Kershaw. We didn't get to see him. We have workhorse called Dave May. I mean, Dustin May. We have some pitchers. They just cannot make it through the year. Despite that, he knows that this large market and with this billionaire team of athletes, MVPs, and World Series champions, that he has no excuse. So he is putting together the best way he can, despite all the obstacles, despite all the adversity. Do you remember when Mookie got hurt during the season? So,
yeah,
as you stated, it is great to finally make it here. Now it's time for us to do our business.
I'm with you, man. Because in 2020, we missed the parade. COVID was hot. We missed the parade. So let's get the parade going. Transition, brother. NFL. We talk about injuries left and right. But before we get to that, you saw the Monday night game last night. You saw Lamar. Lamar, man. Now, MVP, I know he don't even want to hear that noise. I know he doesn't want to hear that noise. 5 touchdown passes last night, of varying degrees, touch pass, being able to run the ball like a running back, being able to do what he's doing. We talked about it here. The only reason they lost last week is they forgot who they were last year. Excuse me, last year against the Chiefs. If they had continued to do what they're doing, which is now, and they have mastered it, they can teach a master class on rushing the ball. They won't be stopped. And I'm talking Chiefs and Andy Reid. I know who they are. I know 2-time Super Bowl champions, back to back, going for a three-peat. I get it. But the way they looked last night, it wasn't the opposition. It's just they were just playing the game. They were having fun at playing the game. When 2-2 train D. Henry gets that rock going about 20 miles per hour and he can't be caught, why change up and do anything else? So the handoff, the fake handoff, when you play action pass, you got to take it serious. You got to take the play action pass very serious. When you can find Andrews in the middle of his own defense now, or because of running back, the linebackers have come up, and now you got to, oh, damn, they're going to pass the ball. Then you got Likely down, oh, damn. Then Flowers, oh, damn. Which way do we go? Oh, he didn't hand off to Henry. He kept the ball. Oh, damn. That's all I can hear. Bucks, Tampa Bay Bucks saying, oh, damn, I don't know which way to go. So Lamar, Harbaugh being the coach, you got Derrick Henry and the scheme, the offensive scheme, they're suited just for them. Run the ball. Let that be your identity and play the pass off the run. Lamar looked like the MVP, but I know he wants more than the MVP. That's what I started with. I transition to you, sir.
The best thing that happened to my team this year, they lost the first 2 games of the season. They lost to the Chiefs, gave them that nasty taste in the mouth by a toe. The same Chiefs that beat us in the AFC Championship game because we forgot who we were. Then the following week, you can call it a lost hangover, to lose to the Raiders in the way they lost. So to have the pundits, have the critics, have everyone question, will this Raven team be the Raven team? Did they make the bad decision of picking up Derrick Henry? Is Derrick Henry on his last leg, literally and figuratively? Oh, 30 years old as a running back is too old. And then they woke up the beast. And guess who came to town for game 3? Them doggone Cowboys. And we ate them up. Then came the Bills. Then came, you asked for it, we gave it to them. 5 wins in a row. The best thing that happened to us was to lose the first 2 games and say, hey, listen, you ain't did nothing yet. You made to the AFC Championship game and became the 4th place loser or 3rd place, however you want to say it, because the 2nd place loser, the loser of the Super Bowl. So then between the NFC loss to champion and the NFC loser and the AFC loser, they could fight for who's 3rd and 4th. Point is, you didn't do nothing. You win the MVP, didn't mean nothing. So I love it. They're focused, laser focused. Sure, give me the MVP. I don't want that. It doesn't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring. Take him to the Super Bowl. He knows he has a demon to slay. He has a dragon to slay. Peyton Manning can't do nothing unless he had to go through Tom Brady. Lamar Jackson, this is your Tom Brady. Kansas City Chiefs. It means nothing. Kansas City Chiefs, as they are, they could limp with a 6-0 record to the AFC Championship game, and that means nothing. if this great year that the Ravens are doing can't beat them. And so it's a collision course. It's en route. As always, we want safety. I want the best two teams to go at it. I want a safe Ravens team. I want a safe Kansas City, a healthy team on both sides, just so we can say mano a mano. This is the collision course that we all want.
I must ask, who's the best team in the AFC right now? Don't be a
Right
homer.
now?
Right
Oh, I'm
now.
not a homer. Stats show it. Stats show it. Right now, complete team, the Baltimore Ravens. A running game, a passing game, full of confidence. Lamar has weapons. You talk about Isaiah Likely. What about Mark Andrews, who was our lead receiver for like 3 years? Zay Flowers, he did not get loose last night. Rashad Bateman got loose last night, who was our first round pick 2 years ago. That's just the receivers. Then we talk about King Henry, as you stated, complete package. The only kryptonite we have is ourselves, which is our defense. We scored 41 points last night. If this was the old Ravens team with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, he used to say, just give us 14 points. We'll take care of the rest. We gave 41 points on offense. So best team hands down. Kansas City, again, they got the geniuses. So, but hands down, I will tell you right now, hands down, best team AFC is the Baltimore Ravens. You disagree? You agree?
Honestly, I think the Ravens are the better team. I think the Ravens are the better team. The reason why I say that Ravens is because offense and defense, yeah, the defense slacking a little bit, but when you can score like they score so many ways, see Patrick Mahomes right now, he doesn't have a receiver that he can throw to. He doesn't know. He's going to have to look at their scorecard to see who they are, ask them who they are, and introduce himself in the huddle. He doesn't have a receiver that he knows. Yeah, you got Kareem Hunt, you got Travis Kelce. Cool, great, and you got the schemer of all schemers with Andy Reid. Cool. Kelce is not that guy anymore. So the better team right now, it's not indicative of the record. It's the play on the field, and it's Tim Hoover's eye test. In my humble opinion, it's the Ravens. The Ravens are the better team. As long as they stick to the identity, injuries are part of the game. Matter of fact, speaking of injuries, look at all the injuries that are happening and have happened for the Chiefs, and they're still undefeated. And how they're able to they're able to overcome because of Patrick, because of Andy, and because of the system and the guy who's mentally built for this, and that being Patrick Mahomes. So he's good in all schemes. And then you saw him his last game just be able to run out of trouble and to neutralize anything that the defense presents. So, but the better team, I think, is the Ravens, sir.
I'm with you. Again, not being a homer. So what else we talking about? So we talked,
Injuries.
but to your point about the injuries, Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number one in the division. They were battling with the Falcons. 2 injuries last night. Their season could be
Oh,
done. That is, we know injuries are part of the game, but that's
yeah.
how quick a division championship, a division title, a chance to the playoffs, a deep run in the playoffs. Baker just signed a long-term contract and losing two of your weapons. He didn't lose no Rudy Poots. He lost two of his weapons, major weapons. The same two weapons Tom Brady said, hey, these two gentlemen were the difference of me being able to win Super Bowls or not.
Yeah. Well, when I think of injuries, I think nobody's been hit worse than the 49ers. The representative for the NFC last year, Super Bowl, in the fight, really took the game. Were in the fight with the Kansas City Chiefs. Uh, McCaffrey hasn't played at all. They say it's a calf / Achilles. So I don't know when he's going to suit up. Ayuk this last game missed all of preseason to break his was it ACL? I believe it was ACL.
ACL, MCL. Yep.
Done for the season. And it's something about missing preseason and then not being ready, physically ready for the season. And now he's gone. Then you get Debo. Pneumonia? Pneumonia. Bruh. So some people, we talk about the Chiefs, can handle adversity, can handle the plug and plays and move on like nothing happened. Conversely, the 49ers can't do that, haven't been able to do that. So if you really want to know about Brock Purdy and is he that quarterback, what is he able to do when you don't have the weapons? He's not really that guy. He's very good. He's very good. He was in the MVP talks last year. He is very good. He's not that guy. So let's knock all the talk down just a bit. And Shanahan, if you're that guru, Shanahan, you're going to have to redesign based on who's there and available. So Debo pneumonia, we don't know if he's going to be playing. He may be out. We already talked about Ayuk. Their tight end, I can't even think of his name right now. But you're going to have to rely heavily on him, Kittle, and hopefully wait McCaffrey to come on back soon. Rely on Mason to run the ball. Otherwise, keep it simple. Keep it simple. May have to dumb it down just a little bit, Shanahan. But the other injuries we talked about too last week. He's going to be on the practice field this week. He's going to be on the practice field. So you may have saw his announcement. I'm coming back. He's going to play. He's not quitting. He will die for this game. That's literally what could happen. But prayerfully, that's not what's going to happen. But we all know the long-term effects of CTE. Let's pray that he does not suffer another concussion anytime soon. But let's just say he's more prone to another concussion anytime soon.
Great point. Going back to the Niners. And this is why it's so important to close out years successfully. Their window made this shut because Detroit Lions are coming. Detroit Lions are coming. And if not them, maybe Minnesota Vikings. But that window for the Niners, because of injuries, man, they got to play the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl, was it 2 times, 3 times? They keep getting to the dance. They keep getting to the dance. And now it takes 1 year of injuries that can really take their whole franchise down and set them back. You talk about C-Mac. We're not talking about Rudy Poots. Talk about C-Mac. Ayuk. You said Debo. That's 3 right there. Pearsall, who got shot early in the year. So Shanahan has to do all he can with this ragtag of team and try to get them back to the promised land. But again, the window, that's why every year counts. That's why last year I'll continue being upset about how the Ravens did not show up, because last year we had one of the best defenses we've had in our history. Yet we were so successful, all our coaches for the defensive side got hired to be head coaches or defensive coordinators somewhere else. So the team you have now is not the team you have next year. So again, I love the Niners. That is my NFC team. I grew up enjoying the Niners. It just really hurts to watch them battle with those injuries. Now, when you talk about Tua, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now, regarding Tua, not only did I see that press conference, he is quite defiant. Hey, like you said, you're a grown man, make grown man decisions. Everyone's going to have an opinion. And he pretty much was like, yeah, I said it. I'm playing, now what? Hey, you can fall out your bed and get hurt. You get hurt driving your car. This is the game I live for. This is the game I die. He went straight Allen Iverson. Hey, yeah, I said it. The doc said I'm cleared, and I'm going to play. Now what? Your coach's job is to coach me. They said I'm cleared. If I'm not cleared, then don't tell me I can go out there and play. Like, straight defiant, like what? I mean, he had that look. Like, he was, you want to go? You want to go? This is my game. I'm clear to play. Say something. Say something.
Well, he's going to have to learn to slide. We talked about it again and again. If it were us, if it were our son, what would we do at his age? versus what would you do now? It would be two different decisions. I get all that. But let's just talk about it as a fan of the game. The game is just a game. It's not that serious. And then we're talking about life. So, um, hard decision, hard for me. I'm rooting for him and I'm rooting for his health. I pray that he just does not suffer another concussion anytime soon. However, it's going to happen. And then to me, it's incumbent upon the NFL or the Miami Dolphins or both to say, Tua, thank you, bruh, I love you, and you're not going to play for us any longer because of the ramifications and the risks. So that's what I would do because it's going to happen. Be prepared for it to happen. And then what are you going to do? What is the parachute? What do you do for the exit strategy for that to happen and when it does happen?
Mm, mm. Yeah, it's a matter of not if, it's when. And
Correct.
it's chum, blood in the water. You're telling
Yeah.
defenders, you're telling defenders that we got to pull up? No, because me sacking you could be just me making a bonus or an incentive payment on my contract.
Yes.
So if your line can't protect you, which we know they can't, I'm going to handle my business. So the doctor said you're clear. We're going to play. If someone comes off of an ACL injury and they're running the ball, defenders are not lessening the hit. You're cleared to play. So I it is very hard to watch when he has gotten hit and had the concussions. We talked
Yes.
about last week. I know I played with a concussion one or two times, maybe every time we played a game growing up, and you see the little dots. But just seeing that, it does scare me. It does scare me. It does scare me.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? We'll be watching him in a couple weeks when he suits up.
Yeah. Hey man, we're getting ready to close this show out, but we gotta hit the NBA. It's back. The NBA is on. It's on TNT. Seeing Charles, Kenny, Ernie, Shaq, and I, unlike you, I saw the ring ceremony and I had a good time looking at those rings and the design of the rings. When you get a chance, please look at it. They will have to check that ring in as check baggage. It's that big, okay?
I don't want
It's
to see that mess.
huge.
I don't want to see that mess. I don't want to see that mess. I mean, no. Why do I want to see that? Why do I want to see that? I didn't even play
Okay,
last season. Why do I want to see that?
you're not a fan. I get it. I get it. Okay,
Look, I
but
love the NBA. I love the Celtics. Well, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that, man. That's like that's like when you were in grade school. Someone's getting the ice cream award. You said, "Like, man, I don't want to see this. Take me home, man. And you got fix your face, son. Fix your face. You don't want to see this. Hey, it's somebody else's birthday party. They get presents. You don't get none. No, I don't want to see that.
let the league and the world know Tatum is pissed. Tatum is pissed by how he was treated on the Olympic team. Brown is pissed. Let it be known why. Because he was snubbed from the Olympic team. So you may not like it, but I think you might have to get used to the idea of them two angry Negroes getting ready to stomp on anybody in their way. You've heard it here first. And I am not a Celtic fan. I'm a fan of the game. And you just can't do people wrong. And there's something about karma.
You're absolutely right. I will watch the game, and I love watching NBA. I just can't. I just that would have been too much for me. It would have been too much. But hey, 82 games. Let's go. It's going to be exciting. Tip off tonight. Knicks, Celtics, Lakers, Timberwolves. A new revamped Timberwolves team. So it's going to be very exciting. Do you have any predictions as we start looking at the beginning of the year?
Uh, Being a Laker fan, I'm curious what JJ Redick is going to do as a coach. What is he going to do different that any other coach did under LeBron? when you have LeBron, when you have a superstar, a megastar, this kind of uber star on your team, do you cow down to him, or are you going to coach? Are you going to coach to win? Do you allow Bronny to play for history, for instance? Or do you put the best players out there to succeed, to win? So, JJ Redick, pressure is on you, and I don't envy your position. Let's go, Lakers. I'm Dr. Timothy Hoover, and I'm signing out. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll see you next week.
And I'm Dr. Stephen Herbin III. Thank you for joining us. We take to the house. We're out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X. Holla at us. It is the best time of the year. Christmas in October.